Fantastic. And we'll start recording right here. This is one of the biggest issues that I think kids battle with right off the bat, is their front shoulder staying closed. And it has a lot to do with getting used to the weight of the bat, has a lot to do with whether or not the right muscles in your arm are strong or weak. Most of the time when you start, those muscles that you need are going to be weaker rather than stronger. This is our non-dominant hand most of the time. Something we always have kids do. If you have somebody that's putting the balls on the tee for you, have them stand back here behind you and hold your hand. Hold your hand back here, and you take the same swing. Okay, driving my hand past that ball. It's going to be real hard to pull your shoulder if somebody's got a hold of it. If you don't have anybody there, find you a chair, find you anything you can find to grab onto and hold to just resist that motion. A lot of it is not necessarily so much of you having to try to stop doing it. Find a way to put yourself in a position where you can't do it, where I can't pull my shoulder off.
I think a good thing to focus on when you're trying to start with my front elbow is you got to still feel the connection that's happening between my core and lower half with my hands. Just because I'm not using my legs as far as driving my knee, rotate my hip, doesn't mean that connection's going to be off. I should still feel a good core connection when I go to drive that elbow here rather than try to do it loosely. You're going to feel a lot more rotation and not much control happening when this is loose. I got to feel it firm. I'm not saying like super tight. Like I'm holding my breath, but firm, and my legs are connected to that so that when that happens, my shoulder down is going to feel nice and loose, but this is still holding my line, holding myself. And I think a lot of people lose that feeling of connection when they start doing these drills because they're not really using their lower half in the one-hander or two-hander. That doesn't mean that I should still be firm in the ground and feel good and control down there in my lower half, and then just holding my stability from that connection with my abs. Yeah. It's gonna help you just really focus on my elbow, keep my eyes down, just feeling that drive, and not really thinking about so many other things. That's really all you should really be thinking about is my stability, and then what I'm starting with. After that, the other's got to be feeling. You got to get used to the feeling of me releasing, of me staying through the ball after all this is working.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. Another one here. What's the difference between softball and baseball CamWood bats? Nothing. There's really no difference. The only true difference is just the weight differential. Softball bats are going to be lighter than the adult baseball models.
Yeah.
But all softball CamWoods, all youth baseball CamWoods are weighted the same, plus 6 ounces. One-handers, youth one-handers are +3. Adult one-handers, I believe, are also +3.
Yep.
But nevertheless, there's no difference. The swing is the same. We're talking about a round ball and a round bat, and the whole object is to hit them square. So the best way to go about doing that is learning how to get that bat in line with that pitch, and the best way is to drive the knob and let the barrel follow. So the CamWood trainers for softball, Paige right there, her question, she's a softball player. TJ, who was talking about virtual lessons just a second ago, his daughter's a softball player. They tell you it absolutely helps softball players. 100%, just as much as it does with any baseball player that I've ever seen.
Yep. And another little difference is the adults, they have a bigger barrel than softball. Not by much, but it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, that's right. Just want
to let y'all know that.
That's correct. Adult baseball's barrel is a little bit bigger.
And then we got Jason.
Jason, he's from up there around old T2.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would get a whip and tell Tyler to get on it. I have to start recording some videos of you or of my son for you guys since we can't get Tyler on the ball. We usually work the system every Tuesday and Thursday after workouts. I like that. I like that you're kind of working that into your schedule as best you can. A lot of times folks avoid the program because they can't do it on a consecutive basis.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with everyday work.
No.
It has everything to do with a consistent workload.
Yes.
Some kids, it may be every other day. Some kids, it may be 2 days a week. Some kids, it may be 3 days a week. It just really depends on what they have going on. If they're focused on the right things, if they're working at the drills a consistent amount of time, I mean, throughout the week, not really long breaks in between sessions, but a consistent period of time, they're going to see improvement.
Yeah.
They don't have to do this every single day, especially the younger kids. Now, your 14, 15, 16-year-olds, if you ain't hitting every day,
you need to.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Or at least
what are you doing?
Or at least thinking about it.
You got to be hitting every chance you get. You got to hit.
Yeah.
You got to. Another one here. My 11-year-old is now swinging a 31-22 up from a 29-19. He's now rolling over when hitting. Is this because the bat's too heavy or cause him to get tall? Rolling over a lot of times is a top hand deal. It can be the bottom hand that's going here. But truthfully, his top hand's getting too far ahead of his body. That top hand should feel like it's done right here. We never want to feel, in a sense, that the barrel, in my mind, I never want to feel the barrel truthfully get below my hands until it starts to go through the zone. What's happening, he's probably getting here, and then the only way to get back to the ball is to do that.
Forcing it, yeah.
And force that barrel back over, and there's your rollover. If he's not doing this, he's not going here, then it's probably going to be his bottom hand having this. Okay, so really just focus on just getting there and releasing that bat. I got to feel my weight, the weight of the bat stay above my hands until it starts to release. Then it lays down, and it'll stay there with that forward momentum.
Yeah.
That'd be my first thing. That'd be what I think.
Yeah. When you start going to a heavy bat too, I feel like he's going to feel more of it up in his hands, up in his upper body. It's heavier. He's going to have to use a little bit more muscle. Just really try to tell him to try to feel that weight's control below his hands. Having a better base, having better legs in the ground is going to make your hands feel more powerful, more relaxed. It's just going to make him feel easier to move around. Don't feel like he's ever getting into a spot where he's really tight and locked in. Okay, his hands have got to be nice and loose to move, like an infielder. Something I like to give an example of. An infielder's got to have loose hands for it to move quick and direct. Same thing with hitting. I can't have my hands real tight, or they're not going to be able to function with everything else.
Yeah.
They got to be nice and loose and let my legs lead them, and then just stay with them. Okay, stay close and get through. But yeah, it's probably just due to a lack of lower half, and then what Johnson's talking about,
that top hand
coming over,
getting underneath the ball, and then forcing back to it. Good questions there. Really good questions. A lot of stuff that folks are dealing with. A lot of stuff that folks are dealing with. Anything else? Anything else? We do have our Instagram followers joining us here too. If you have an Instagram account, go follow CamWood Bats. Go follow Swing Shop Official. Check us out. Still have a few folks kind of joining in.
Great. It's okay. You can tell everyone that y'all are the best at what y'all do.
Great. Hey, your bat will be delivered today, dude.
Yeah.
I hadn't texted you back, but they just told me it'll be delivered today. Yeah. Gray Brandon.
Yeah. If you ever follow us on YouTube or anything like that, you'll see him across that board.
He's our staple.
Yeah,
he's our staple.
Been putting in some very hard work, really improving, learning. It's gonna be a force to be reckoned with.
Just ordered a 10-year CamWood for my 10-year-old daughter. Can't wait to get it. Start working with her. Absolutely. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
When you guys generally look at moving up in bat size, for example, moving from a 32 to a 33, my son's going into BB Corps this year and swings a 32 Beechwood CamWood that came with the All-American program. He swung a 32 drop 5 this past season, so I wondered if he should move to a 33-inch BB Corps. I would truthfully let it be up to him.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a point in my career where I went up in bat size because I was kind of, I guess, peer pressured into it. And I mean, when I got it there, it had some thump. But I mean, bat size has nothing to do with it. Can you control the bat?
Yeah.
If you can control it, then pick whichever one you feel the most comfortable with and swing that bat.
Yeah.
Be done with it. If he wants to go to a 33, then what I would say is just really get to a point where that 32-inch CamWood feels like a twig, to where it feels light. Go up in weight, go up to a 34-inch CamWood, and then go up to a 33-inch game bat. But don't feel like he has to move up.
No.
If he likes his 32, stay there.
I agree. I went up and down. I would use
Yeah.
32 sometimes. I'll
You
jump
would,
up to
uh-huh.
33, and then I'll go back down to 32. Just because, what are you talking about? Control aspect. I didn't feel good enough control sometimes with that 33 to be consistent with it, so I'll jump back down to 32.
Mhm.
It just as good, just as far, just as much speed. I mean, what,
It has so much more to do with the swing.
what if
you put
we
on
learn-
it than it
yeah,
does
what if
with
we-
the
what if-
size of the bat that you swing.
what if we learn with the program?
Yeah, what if we
That
learn?
zone is 12 to 18 inches. We ain't got to worry about this.
What if we learn, class?
Yeah, we don't have to worry
What have
about
we
all this other
learned?
stuff. Being
That's so
being
funny.
comfortable is always number one. If you're comfortable with either one, then go for it.
Ken says his son is eager to get his new CamWood today. Hope the UPS guy gets here before school is out. Heck yeah.
I remember
Heck
being
yeah.
like that. I'm still like that. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I
yeah,
ordered
anytime something's coming in the mail, we
I
got
ordered something.
we got a couple pallets of big time fortified deer blend coming in tomorrow. If any of y'all deer hunters are out there. Nevertheless, I'm stoked about it. Can't wait for it to get here. I'm like waiting on the tracking number.
Yep.
Always fun getting something new in the mail. Any other questions? Anybody in here still playing fall ball or starting fall ball?
I was about to say Price should
Sure,
start
there's
it
a
up.
few.
I have no practice.
Sure, there's a few. Come on, guys, we've only been in here 20 minutes.
Also,
Just starting fall softball. Very good. 9 tournaments the next 11 weekends. Awesome. Busy times. Busy times. Man.
I remember those.
Mm-hmm.
I played a lot more travel ball, John.
Yeah, I didn't play a lot.
Um,
I didn't play a lot.
but I mean, I think it's a perfect example of it doesn't matter either way.
Well, I mean,
as
it-
long
it
as you're
doesn't.
working, because we ended up at the same spot.
Yeah,
We had different routes to get there,
it doesn't matter.
but
It's
ended
gonna
up at
all
the
work
same
out how
spot,
it's
yeah.
supposed to work out. There ain't nothing you can do about it. It's gonna work out the way it's supposed to.
Paige, we got 2 different options. We got an $80, which is going to be 2 lessons a month. It's going to come with a couple little extra things in it. And then we have 4 sessions, so once a week. This $240. With that one, you're going to have a little bit more to it. You're going to have the weekly videos that we're going to post, podcast, the discount on some of our store items and stuff like that.
I'll talk about that too. The 240 is really gonna be more like a team
Yeah.
community than anything. Something that I mean, I was a coach for 3 years. I coached high school for 3 years. I love a team. There's just something about a team. I mean, there's a scripture, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. You're going to get so much better working with somebody else around you than you are always working by yourself. And so what we want to do is kind of build somewhat of a virtual team. You're obviously not going to be able to see each other. You're obviously not going to be working with each other.
Yeah.
But I mean, in your own area, wherever you're located, there's somebody else going through the same stuff you're going through. There's somebody else dealing with the same stuff you're dealing with. You're not the only one battling it. You're not the only one struggling with it. You need to know that. You need to know that it's not just you. And so we have weekly meetings that we're going to do that would basically be like team meetings. We'll hop on a Zoom call like this, and we'll just discuss. We'll basically kind of teach a lesson. I mean, something that's really big to me is mentality, how you carry yourself up here, not necessarily just on the field or in the game, but off the field, how you work. I mean, things you do in your spare time, where you really decide to invest your time.
Yeah.
I'd be here all day long trying to
Yeah.
talk to you about the stuff that we
Yeah.
want to pour into your kids, or pour into you if you're one of those players. But the 240 is really going to be your membership to a team. You're
Yeah.
going to be a part of the swing shop team. It's one of those things for kids who are new, maybe you haven't been through the program. It's one of those things I wouldn't look at as a lifetime thing. I would absolutely look at it as this is an investment.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay this until I feel that I've gotten exactly what I need, that I can do this on my own.
Yep.
And then if you want to pay us $50 a month just to call us and say, hey, then by God, all means, have at it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the whole purpose of it is to help you get to where you need to be.
Yep.
There's not another drill that's going to do it. There's not another philosophy that's going to do it. I mean, what we teach is as simple as it gets.
Yeah.
It's as easy as we say. It just takes a ton of work to do, and it's so hard to master.
Yeah.
So $80 option, $240 option, you can see kind of what those come with.
Yeah.
On our website, swingshopofficial.com.
And Jeff, it is a struggle. If there's any advice I could give you as far as the pressure, it's trust in what you're doing. Have enough belief in the process that you've been going through, the work you've been putting in, that relieve yourself of a little bit of pressure. Stop trying to go out there and produce all the time and just let yourself play. Let your swing and what you've been working on just work. Don't try to force anything. Don't try to get out of what you know. Just play your game. Trust in what you're doing. Have enough confidence in it, because you've been doing this for a good little bit, Jeff. So your body kind of knows what it's doing. It knows what to do. Your mind knows what to tell it to do. So don't think so much about results. Okay. When you go up to the plate, see pitch, hit pitch. Okay. See the pitch, let your eyes read it, and react to it. If you can continue to do that and not try to attack, react, let your eyes process it, see the pitch, pick it up, you're going to be in a much better position than you going up there and trying to hit a double, trying to hit one over the fence, trying to pull it, trying to drive the opposite field. Those are based on results, and they're going to get you out of thinking about how my swing's functioning while I'm up there at the plate. And it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to master. Being somebody who's played high school, played college, the pressure, I don't think, really goes away in a way. I think you can manage it better. And I think that's due to confidence. That's due to knowing the swing, knowing how it functions, believing in the work I put in, and all that kind of stuff that goes into having pressure relief. And it's something I didn't know when I was in college. I didn't know what I know now about my swing. So I was stressed out every single game. I had no clue of what I was really doing.
Oh man, y'all have no idea.
And
how
it was,
stressed out.
and it was,
It's so stressful.
it's something you got to perform or you ain't gonna play. And
You felt like you had to be perfect.
yeah, coaches barking down your back when you get up into position. I mean, it's
a real thing.
It's a tough to deal with. But
It's a real
if I
thing.
would have known this, if I would have known how to make adjustments in my swing and not worry about what the coach is barking at me, what I'm trying to do, and force myself to try to produce, I think I would have been. I would have went pretty far, just because of what I did off the field. I was talking about mentality. I had a really good idea of mentality. What I want when I wanted to do something, that's all I thought about until it was done. So I met my goal. But I think that just goes into play. You just gotta trust. Trust is key.
100%. I don't know why I said that like Jeff. My bad, Jeff. Another question here.
Yep.
My son's miss tends to be a foul ball over the dugout. This may be hard to say without seeing the swing. Is this him being late, or is it possibly the dropping the barrel, or is he pushing the hands across his arm? I'll ask you this. Foul ball over the dugout, I'm assuming opposite field, kind of flare is what I'm thinking. If that's what you're seeing, a lot of times it's front shoulder pulling out, which causes a lot of the things you said. Causes your barrel to go down. It causes the hands to push across the zone, because that's the only way to get back to the ball, is to go away from your body. So the one hand drill, and it's the best drill. The one hand drill is going to be the drill. He's really got to get that one hander and learn how to get past that ball here. Okay, this is what's going to make that bat get up there. Otherwise, bat's going to go here all the time, and that's what's happening. It's going down because his shoulder's having to clear opposite side, and he's pulling across the zone, and the ball's flaring away. Yeah.
I think something me and you talked about a little bit before we got even on this is when we do these drills, whether it be knee, hip, where the lower half's going before my hands, it is not a boom, boom type of feeling when the knee drives first. It is so slight. I'm talking about real quick. It's right behind. My hands have got to stay with that drive. They can't get behind. They can't try to feel my knee go so far ahead that my hands get disconnected from my knee and my lower half. I have to try to really feel when that drives, boom, my hands are right there with it. Okay, they got to be right behind it, and it's going to prevent a lot of this stuff from happening, I think, in games and in practices. I think the one-hander's good, the two-hander's good, but if you don't pay attention to that when you get into my knee drive, weight shift, John was talking about it today, he feels that disconnect happen,
I mean,
from his
if they're a
body.
player that's been through any
Uh-huh.
of the lower half drills and they have any kind of understanding of what they're trying to do underneath their body, if their hands don't stay connected, your back path's going to get off because all the weight goes into here, right here. I was doing a weight shift just a second ago, and the first 3 or 4 were tough, but it's because I was trying to hit it so hard and it caused my hands to get back here.
Yeah.
Now they're off my shoulder. Now my knee is way up here. All my lower half's gone. So now I got to do all this crazy stuff to get the bat back to the ball.
Yeah.
If you just keep it right here, boom. My hands haven't moved. My knee drives, boom, right past that ball. Knee up, boom, right past that ball. But I have to feel them stay in that position right there with them.
Yeah.
So I can get past them. If they get separated,
Yeah.
you're going to pull off. You're going to hit a lot of flares.
Yeah.
A lot of flares. Any others?
All right, guys.
Chewing on it.
I'll start. Quiet
I'm sitting
down
here- I'm
over
sitting
there.
here staring at the chat box waiting for somebody to ask me. Yes, sir, TJ.
Oh,
Have a
yeah.
good one, brother.
Mhm.
Appreciate you joining us, man. Labor Day promo is
Labor.
labor. Labor. Labor. Labor. Laber. There you go. Labor.
Yep. Once you get the program in the cart, you'll have to go back, customize your bat, and then put that in the cart. And once the bat is in the cart, then you need to enter in the promo code so that you get the deal.
Yeah, I think everything has to be in the cart. Everything that you want has to be in the cart, and then you put the promo in.
Don't just get the program, put the labor in, because it won't do anything. You
Yeah.
got to put the bat in with it.
That's right.
Um,
Oh, bro. Heck yeah, Scott. I love that, dude. We'll send that to you
Yeah.
today.
we're about to come up with. We might come up with some
Yeah.
new shirts and hat
Yeah.
designs.
Let me hit
for,
you guys with
for
this
the
right
sh-
here.
for the shop.
I don't
and,
talk a lot about this right here,
for the shop and
mainly because I don't claim to
So-
be, I claim to be a nobody. That's who I am, just an old nobody that likes to hunt more.
Yeah.
So check out that website right there. We do film some hunts. We have a YouTube channel. We like to have a good time. We like to have a good time. We got some t-shirts on there too, some hats, things like that. So
Yeah. don't got many.
check
left.
it out. Check it out. Hunt More Official is also, I guess you could say, the sole investor of our traveling clinics right now.
Yeah.
We travel. We go hit to hunt.
Yeah.
So any of y'all that's got some hunting property and some kids, we your guys.
Yeah, it's up.
We the ones you need to call. Any other questions, guys? Really appreciate your time today.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't gonna keep you long.
No.
I'm gonna just sit in here and keep you. We kind of got through questions quick. Felt like it went quick.
Good questions though.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to see progress, results, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
That's why we do this at the end of the day. Give y'all's kids something we didn't have. They have better success.
There's got to be one more.
I'm right there. Somebody else answer somebody else's question.
All right, folks. Those of you that may not have seen this, I'll leave you with this. This will be a little video to watch. There are possibly a couple people in here that may or may not be on the fence about their purchase. We'll get to the right video though. take yourself 10 minutes. Enjoy this little video. Some of y'all heard us talk about Gray Brandon a while ago.
Mhm. They popped in
That's
there
him
early.
right there. That right there is the epitome of kind of what it's like to hit with us.
Mhm.
We're so different than anybody else, but we pride ourselves in that.
Yeah.
We love what we do. We're passionate about it. Hitting is such an art. It's such an art. And we really want nothing but the best for your kids. So we appreciate all of you joining in. Click that link, check that video out, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you right here, folks, next week. I also feel like I'm hitting the end of the bat a lot during games. One more question.
Yeah.
Does that relate to pulling off the front shoulder? I'd say yes, and attack the ball a little far out front.
Yeah.
We talked about hitting zone, and I don't know if you've ever seen us explain it, but if you go back to our YouTube channel, you'll find it on there. I think the video we posted, that video's,
Yeah.
that explanation's in there.
Yeah.
But the hitting zone, I mean, is right in front of the plate. It's like this long. So you can't be trying to swing way out here, reach that ball way out front to get it, because then, I mean, only thing that's out there is the end of the bat. You've got to learn to let the ball travel and attack it, just like those hands drills right here, so that barrel catches it and not the end of the bat way out front.
And I think a big thing that allows us to get out front is trying to attack the ball perfectly. Remember, at the end of the day, we're trying to whip that barrel through the zone. I'm not trying to attack a perfect pitch. I'm not trying to attack the barrel on the ball. I'm trying to cut through the ball. I'm trying to get past it and cut through the zone to give myself that opportunity for when I'm early, later on time. So when you're attacking pitches, don't attack them kind of where they're placed and trying to be perfect on that placement. Attack them through the zone.
Yeah, I'm going through that ball.
Attack them through that outside zone, through that middle zone, through the inside zone. I think you're going to be a lot better with your results and not having those off the end.
Yeah.
Okay, because what you're going to find out is they're not very different. Okay, they're slight adjustments.
You don't have to swing near as far as what you think. What you think. Very good. Thank you, Paige. We appreciate that. Y'all check us out if you're interested in lessons. You know where to find us, swingshopofficial.com. Have a good one, folks. See you next Thursday.